The Royal St. Lucia Police Force is moving with haste to defuse brain-gang rivalry, which has led to a resurgence in street violence in some parts of the island. Acting Police Commissioner Milton Desir has indicated that law enforcement has made headway in the shooting death of Dexter Felix Jr., a 24-year-old who is the son of a police inspector, and his cousin were gunned down at their family home in Sarat Bexor on Monday, July 13, 2020. Senior police officials say the quick arrest of persons of interest was not a case of special treatment, but in keeping with efforts to defuse a feud between rival factions. Desir says law enforcement will do all in its power to curb gang-related activities.
We need to suppress these gangs, and as I said, we will not spare. The police will not spare any effort to suppress any gang. Okay, we will be out there.
The rise in gun violence has led to talk of a possible reintroduction of a curfew, which was lifted on July 10, 2020, as the island relaxed pandemic-related quarantine measures. Desir does not think there is inevitably a correlation between the rise in violent crime and the curfew. By his account, criminal elements will find a way to flout the law.
Crime is committed when there's opportunity. So the more opportunity you give persons to commit crime, the more likely that you would see an increase in crime. With the curfew, you find that most persons were in their homes, especially those who were adhering to the curfew. So you find that the opportunity to commit a crime out there was less.
While the curfew resulted in a dramatic dip in crime with the population on lockdown, the top cop says that was not the primary aim of the public health measure. Desir says the curfew was enforced to curb the spread of COVID-19.
There may have been an increase in domestic violence because everybody is together and so on. So it is something I would not say that it contributed to. And the curfew was really, it was addressing a health issue, which is COVID. It was not for addressing crime.
This week, Prime Minister Alan Chasney hinted that the reinstatement of the curfew was not off the table to curb crime. Chasney has received flack for the extension of the state of emergency, but he insists the declaration was necessary to enforce a curfew, maintain law and order, and retain the capacity to respond to a dramatic change in the island's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Gina Filippi, HTS News Force.